Hey everyone, it's Mike Andes from Landscape Business Course. Today I'm going to be doing a live video, screen recording as you can see here. And I'm actually going to show that you can actually buy a truck for $15,000 or $20,000. That's good. That will last you 5-10 years in your business, no problem. I'm making this video because my last video I talked about a comparison of buying a brand new $70,000 truck versus a used $15,000 truck that, yes, you have to put some maintenance into over time. So watch that video beforehand and then come and watch this video where I'm actually going to prove that it is possible to buy a truck that's decent, you can use in your landscape or construction business, and it still work really well. And from a financial standpoint, give you the cash to spend more money on hiring better people, giving them more money, therefore attracting better talent, retaining better talent, being able to do advertising and grow your business via marketing channels. Okay, so let's dive into this. My only point I want to make today is that for $15,000 or $20,000, you can get a good truck. You do not need to buy a brand new vehicle, go into a whole bunch of debt. You don't need to go that route. Okay, this is for the young person, the person that's growing their business very quickly, that thinks they only can buy brand new and pay a bunch of financing charges and all the rest of it. Let's dive into it. Before we do though, let me make it very clear. Our local shops, the ones that are close to me here, we have about 20 vehicles. Out of those 20 vehicles, over the past 7 years, we've replaced one engine and 2 transmissions. So in all, about $16,000 we have spent on big fixes. Everything else has been like tires, brakes, oil, really basic stuff. But that's the truth. In my last video analysis, I actually assumed that every vehicle you have to replace an engine, a transmission, and the suspension, and it still made 3 times as much sense to get a used vehicle over a brand new vehicle. But let me go ahead and show here that you can get a new vehicle or used vehicle for a good price on Craigslist. I know Facebook Marketplace is also another option. Now, I literally just walked over my computer and I'm going to randomly choose cities. I'm going to start with my location because I know my location pretty good. Then I'm going to go to like somewhere in the middle of the United States and then probably somewhere to the East Coast. We'll just use the whole Craigslist worldwide or United States thing or whatever. We'll figure out a way to get a couple random places, and I promise you, within a few hours drive of you, you're gonna be able to hit one of these markets. Okay, so we're in Bellingham, Washington. That's where I live specifically. I already know in Bellingham there's not any good trucks. I already know that. But Seattle's close by. It's 2 hours away. Yes, you might have to drive a couple hours in order to save thousands of dollars. It's very bad. So let's go ahead and just assume I want to get a 1500 a truck. You know what? Let's go back to here. Let's go to cars and trucks. Boom. Okay. Now, for me personally, I like to go through used vehicles. So I go the owner tab only. All right. Picking up some stuff I really don't want. So we could go to the type of vehicle. Let's go to truck. If I can get, pickup and truck. And then I do other, just in case people have not selected something. All right, so these are the trucks I'm looking at. I know I'm gonna paint these vehicles, so I don't really care about the paint job. I'm gonna spend $1,000 on a brand new paint job, get decals and all the rest of it on it anyways. So I'm just scrolling through here. I don't really like a 2004. It's kind of old. Again, that's for me. I know for some of you might be good at mechanical, like you're going to be able to spend a lot less because you're able to fix things. I'm not good at mechanics. I can't handle fixing little things all the time because I'm just not good at it. So my businesses locally have never gotten older, really old trucks, like 80s, 90s. It's not happening. Like I could never get this with a good conscience because I just don't know if I could fix anything. So for me personally, I'm just kind of scrolling through here. We have $24,000 for $1,500. A little much for me. I don't like to spend that much money on a truck. Let's see here. This one looks pretty good. It's an extended cab, 2004, so not a little bit old. It has quite a few miles, 150,000 miles. You'd only get probably 5 years out of this thing before. Yeah, haven't even read this. It got a whole bunch of new stuff. Oh, the rebuild motor. I don't really like that. I don't really like rebuild titles. So here's a 1500. It's gonna be a 2-wheel drive. It looks like. Yeah, rear wheel drive, 8 cylinders, 184. Too high of miles. Don't really want that. All right, I'm looking for a long bed. I like long bed too, just because we bag our clippings. So for example, this is a 2019 1500, 32,000, too much, way too much money. Oh, look at this. Oh, you know, this is the one I looked at the other day. Yes, let's go. Okay, so the funny thing about this is that we are looking for trucks, and this is a truck that I'm looking at trying to buy. Actually, I think I emailed this guy and trying to set that. Yeah, this is the guy. He has his title coming in a couple weeks in the mail because he had lost it. So yeah, you got a ding here in the front, a little bit of damage there. But other than that, 2014 long bed, 4-wheel drive, which don't necessarily need a mowing truck, but if you're going to do landscaping and pull a trailer, probably want 4-wheel drive. Looks clean, got leather seats. Let's go. It's only 6 years old. Okay, that's a bit of a ding here. Let's pull this up here. Let's see if this is actually okay. So if I paint over that, it's gonna look whatever. I might put when they do the paint, I just have them fill this all in with filler and then paint over it. Look, you wouldn't even notice it. Okay, so 100,000 miles. You got at least 8 to 10 years on this thing before anything major. Let's see here. Carfax, cool. Work truck, 4-wheel drive, V8 5.3, all new tires, all-terrain tires. You got dash cams, comes with a hitch. Check engine light is that's pretty normal. Occasionally, the brake assist, yeah, it's pretty normal on these trucks. Small ding, okay, got it. Okay, cool. This is a cool truck, $14,000. You got 10 years out of this thing. You put a thing of paint over this, and literally it's gonna look brand spanking new. That's a gorgeous truck. 14 grand is more than we've spent on any pickup ever, but still, for that type of, you got backup cans, the whole 9 yards, really like that truck, okay? Again, we're looking in Seattle. It's a couple hours drive away because close to me, nothing really I'm super interested in. Because I'm looking for, trucks that, fit into my 8-foot bed. I want to have decently new, like in the past 5-10 years. All right, I'm looking at 1500s right now. Okay, scrolling through. Ooh, what's this? This is a nice little bit older of a truck. Too many miles. 185,000 miles gets kind of a lot for me. I just know there's gonna be issues. Okay, this is high miles again on this one. Okay, this one looks kind of cool. 2007. Oh, this one's pretty cool. What's this? Extended cab, 4-wheel drive, 173,000 miles. Okay, but only 11 grand. Not bad, not bad. Has a crew cab on it too. Okay, not bad. Definitely can get some good miles out of this. You got a new transmission, 20,000 miles ago. They have the receipt for it, which is kind of cool. Got Carfax, VIN check. Okay, got it. Very cool. All right. So again, these are trucks I wouldn't even probably buy because they're so expensive. I'm looking for usually around $10,000. So that 11,000 wasn't so bad, but a little bit high on miles. I usually want like 150,000 miles if I'm going to be spending 9 or 10 grand under that. So. Okay, so that's one market, just to kind of show you. Let's assume, okay, well, I need 2,500s. Like I need 3/4 ton pickups. Okay, let's do 2,500s. Again, you can see in my local market, really not a whole lot there. Look, this truck looks half decent here. This 2,500, only 76,000 miles, low miles. Let's go. Okay, cool. A little bit older of a truck, 2002. So really gonna depend on how they used it. Has the tool bed on there, so if you're looking for like irrigation truck, landscaping truck, great, miles, really low. Simple truck to work and fix on. There's all your toolboxes. We're looking at 14 grand. You can, again, this is Craigslist. You need to haggle with these people. This has been on here for 30 days. I could get this for 12 grand. A little bit of haggling, get this thing for 12 grand. Let's say, for example, at 76,000 miles, it looks pretty good on the inside. If you have to change the engine out in a few years, like it's not a big deal. It's 5 grand, so looks really good, clean. 14,000 best offer. I'm offering 12 grand cash today, basically. All right, so that'd be kind of like a landscaping truck that I might entertain. Again, I've never spent 14,000. These are not great deals. I would not buy these deals. These are deals that I'm just literally randomly finding. Okay, so let's go back to Craigslist. Again, I have not done this before or tried to look at certain cities. Let's just go to U.S. cities and choose one of these randomly. So let's do something like middle of the country. Like I guess Houston would be good. Houston, Texas. Okay, let's go to cars and trucks. I have not done this before, so I could be wrong. Let's see if I'm wrong. All right, let's do a 1500 truck. Again, I know if you like Ford, you can do F-150s. I'm just using 1500s as an example. Okay, so I'm searching through here. These kind of some older trucks. I can set some parameters here. Like, okay, I don't want to see anything over 20,000 is just too much money. And I don't really want to see anything like 2000, before 2000. Like definitely it's 20 years old. I'm personally, I'm not going to be able to fix anything on it. All right, now we're looking at these things. I like a long bed. I like the space to be able to haul debris, clippings, brush, tools, have a toolbox on there if I need to. So that's what I'm kind of looking for. Okay, this is interesting. This is going to be a high mileage vehicle. I almost guarantee it. 211,000 miles, super low, cheap, super low cost there, but too many miles. Okay, this might be a good estimate vehicle. It's $10,000 truck. Good estimate vehicle if I'm just driving around using it as an office. It's a short bed, short cab. It's going to be good on gas. Ooh, I like this. Oh, 180,000 miles. It's kind of high mileage, but for $6,500. Let's see here. Truck history. Cool. Ooh, leather. Okay, looking pretty good inside. I really like standard cabs. This is a two-wheel drive. This would be a great mowing truck. If you put like a ramp rack or a trailerless setup, this would be great. A little bit high miles, like 5 years, you're going to be pushing 220,000 miles. But again, if you have to change out the transmission, it's not like this is a huge deal. I like this truck. $6,500. I would prefer this to be a 160,000 miles. In terms of this price, if I'm paying $10,000, usually I'm trying to get under 100,000 miles for a mowing vehicle. Oh, look at this one guy. This guy already got some racks on it. Oh, it looks like this is a dealer of some sort. Has 153,000 miles, 13,000, four-wheel drive. Let's go. And it's got that Z71. Let's go. Okay. Ooh, nice tires. It already has, you can do a trailer setup, or it's ready to go. My goodness, this is a great deal. I would buy this deal. 153,000 miles, four-wheel drive. It could pull a trailer if you needed it to. Nothing super heavy, but it's four-wheel drive and it could pull. It has an extended cab. It has a long bed, and all this racking on the back is worth to me probably $3,000 with that toolbox above and everything. I like this deal. I really like this deal. That might be a mow and go system. It looks something like a mow and go system. It looks homemade, but I like that. That's a deal right there. That is a good mowing truck / light landscaping truck. Okay, let's look at a larger vehicle. Let's look at a 3,500. Larger truck. Okay. Whoa, I just saw a good deal. Sorry. I saw $6,000. I have to look at this thing. See, this is the kind of deals I like. 150,000. Transmission's manual. I don't like manual transmissions for work trucks. It's too hard to train guys. This could be a good mowing truck if it was an automatic. But a manual, it's a V6, so it can only do mowing, but it's the manual part that kills me. If that was if that was an automatic truck, I'd be all over it. It has a liner in there, looks clean, really nice. I'd be all over that. Sorry, the $6,000 right here caught my eye. So, all right, let's try a bigger truck. Let's try like a 3,500. Okay, so these are usually going to be sometimes dualies, so you got to keep this in mind too in terms of maintenance costs, things like that down the road. Okay, so this is an older dually. It's $15,000. I don't like that. It has a lien on the status of the title. This just doesn't look like a nice truck in terms of what, too much words. Too many words is not going to be good for me usually. All right, let's look at this truck here. Okay, this looks almost too good to be true, this one. I don't know if I believe this. Unless Texas is just really cheap. 140,000 miles, 8 cylinders, 3,500 with a toolbox on it. And it's only $15,000. I guess that could work. It's only two-wheel drive. Yeah, so maybe that would work. Okay. Yeah, there's your $15,000 work truck. It's 2012. Has 136,000 miles on it. You're not going to take it off road. It's only two-wheel drive, but it'll haul. I think is that a dually? I can't tell. Yeah, it is a dually. Yeah, it is a dually. Look at that. So there's your work truck. If you're going to pull a bunch of weight, you say, well, I need a diesel. Okay, well, let's look at this bad boy. This one has a lot of miles, 220,000 miles, but for everyone that likes diesel, they would say it's nothing. It's just getting broken in. So, $14,000 up in Cypress, just north of Houston there, looking pretty clean. Again, high mileage for what I would do, but if you're a little more mechanically inclined, you could probably go for a truck like that. Let's see, these are bigger trucks, remember. These are 3,500s. This is going to be something wrong with it. There's no way this only has 100,000 miles on it. Something's got to be wrong. It looks like it's been custom in the bed, which a lot of times means that it's been an accident, but it says clean title. Again, this one looks too good to be. Again, Texas could just be a lot cheaper, and I could be wrong, but $9,000 for a truck that only has 100,000 miles and is a dually flatbed with that grill on it. I don't know if I believe the 100,000 mile thing. So could be wrong there too. But again, Texas could be just way cheaper. Let's look at. I'm still looking at big trucks in Texas. Look at this. Okay, I want a big truck that's a little bit newer. $14,000. Oh, that's high miles. It's too many miles on a gas. Oh, this is a diesel truck. Oh, there's your diesel again. If that's what you like. Okay. So this one's a little more hard to find a bigger truck that's a gas. I like gas. Okay, here's a 25 heavy duty. It's a diesel as well. Has 200,000 miles. A little high mileage. Not a huge fan. Let's see here. I like this one here. What's this? It's gonna be high mileage as well, probably. Oh, I can't read Spanish. Sorry. I wonder how many miles is on this truck. It's only 12 grand for a dually diesel. Pretty cool. All right, well, there was Houston. All right, let's try someone else on the East Coast. Let's go back to Craigslist, U.S. cities, East Coast. Let's go somewhere East Coast. Let's go let's do Boston. Boston. Cars and trucks. Here we go. Again, owner. Let's do we don't want to spend more than odometer. No. I want to do price max $20,000. Let's do model year. We don't want to go super old. And we're owner. Okay, cool. Let's roll. Oh, we're doing cars. Okay, let's do 1,500. Again, we're in Boston on the East Coast. Okay, this truck is going to have too many miles, 199,000. Scrolling through here, just looking. I'm looking for that long bed, kind of a work truck. This is a cheap one, has a plow on it already. I don't like if people have been using it for plowing usually, but 136,000 miles. This is going to be pretty well used, it looks like, with the whole plow. Yeah, there's some rust going on. Yeah, this is a cheap truck. I would not spend much for this truck. It's got rust. They've been plowing and salting. It's going to be beat up. Look underneath the engine, see if there's a ton of rust, things like that going on. Got 15 grand for this year. That looks a pretty good truck there. 94,000 miles, not bad. I would never spend $15,000 in this truck. You're paying for the little accoutrements here of the steps and these beautiful tires and all that rest of it. But hey, four-wheel drive, 1,500, less than 10 years old. You got at least 15 years in this thing if you treat it right. The original owner. This is a great truck. 15 grand. You could easily get this for 14 grand. It's been on the market for a while. Okay, here's a good mowing truck. 1,500, high miles, 180,000 miles over there in Boston. Good little estimate truck there. Short bed and single cab. There's no reason to have a crew cab if you are driving around by yourself all day. Whoa, now that's something you never see. A Mercedes vehicle with a plow on it. Let's go. Okay, I'm getting off track here. Let's do a larger truck. Let's do like a kind of a 3/4 ton, kind of in the middle of the road. We got a bunch of plow trucks because it's winter right now when I'm looking at trucks. Let's see here. So $18,000 for this truck. Only 100,000 miles. Has a plow on it. This is great. $18,000. I could get this for 16 all day long. Ooh, this is a nice little truck. I don't like spending 16 grand on a truck, but it only has 100,000 miles. It could pull a truck or pull a trailer. It could plow. I like this. This is a good work truck, like heavier duty stuff. This will pull like a lot of weight. Like that a lot. Cool. So there's Boston for you, 2,500s. See what else we can find here. Ooh, 15 grand. A little bit more than I like to spend. But still, like I'm just trying to stay in this range of 15 to 20 grand based upon the videos I've made in the past. If you keep an eye on things and you're looking all the time, you're gonna be able to find the deals that occasionally come through that are $10,000, $12,000. I'm literally just doing this off the seat of my pants. This is like a diesel here. Gas, that's high mileage, 210,000 miles. I don't really like that. This person's bought it though since they had 20,000 miles. So they've owned it for a long time. I like that one owner thing. Paying for a nice sound system. Looks pretty clean though. You could definitely get some good mileage out of this if you know how to do little fixes. Because after 200,000, it's a lot of the little stuff you're fixing all the time, right? So you're gonna end up paying for it. In the little fixes, wiring, fuses, little stuff like that. So anyways, okay, that was 3 markets. Let's just try one more just in case people think let's do something like north. Let's go US cities. Let's do let's do something north. DC, Denver, Atlanta. Let's do like Atlanta, Georgia. Let's do some Georgia. Cars and trucks. Okay. owner. I'm not buying no dealer. Model, no, we want to do price, $20,000. We're not going to spend more than that. Model year, I don't want to be less than 2000 because I'm not very good at trucks. And then let's go ahead and look for it. Let's look for a mowing truck over here in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. Ooh, this is my work truck. I love this. I love these trucks. It's kind of high mileage. 7,000. Nah, I don't want that. Like if I'm going to pay $7,000, like I would get this truck because it looks so clean. I would get this truck if I could get it for under $5,000. But 180, it's just too many miles. Is it only going to be good for a work truck? It's only a V6. I don't like it. It's got to be cheaper. Like if I got it for like $3,000 or $4,000, now we're talking. But it's not like in 5 years, the thing's probably going to have an issue or two. Okay, still looking. That's a nice little truck. It's going to be high mileage probably though at that price. Good little estimate truck there. Okay, I'm looking. This is a nice truck. See, a good little truck, under 100,000 miles. I don't like rebuilt titles, not working. Okay, let's see here. Still looking. I'm going to find a good work truck, don't you mind? Okay, this is a little bit older of a truck. Let's see what we got here. Too many miles. Okay, this market looks a little tough, to be honest with you. Okay, 163,000. I kind of like, this is a short bed. Is that a short bed? I don't like a short bed. I'm paying for tires in this case. I'm paying for tires. Okay, keep moving along. I just want to see if it's a long bed. Ooh, this is a good truck. I like this truck. Yes. This is a good mowing vehicle, all right? V8, 8 cylinders. It's not a four-wheel drive, so I'm not going to be pulling a bunch of weight or trailers with this bad boy. I like this. Under 150,000 miles, under 10 grand. It's been on the market for 25 days. I can get this for 8 grand, no problem. And if I had this for 8 years, that's $1,000 a year. That's less than $100 per month cost to own this truck. This is my mowing truck. I like this. 2009, like that's not too old. It's 10 years old. Got this, no problem. I like this a lot. There's my mowing truck in Atlanta. Okay, one more. In Atlanta. Let's look for a bigger truck. Let's look for a 3,500. A truck that can pull some weight, do some landscaping, hardscaping jobs. Okay, something can be wrong with this. Yeah, too many miles and it's beat up. Yeah, too much. Okay, let's keep looking here. That's gonna be too. If it's too cheap, like if it's under $5,000, you already know you're gonna have issues. All right, 16 grand for this truck, 200,000 miles. Not a huge fan of that. I like lower. Keep looking here. Again, you just gotta stay patient. Keep looking. You know what you're kind of looking for. You can scan this, once a week when you know you're in the market. This is only a 2-wheel drive. I don't really like that for pulling trailers. All right, I'm scanning here. Ooh, work truck. This is gonna have a lot of miles on it. How many miles? Yeah, 340,000. That ain't happening. Which gives me hope on those 200,000 mile ones if they're diesel, right? Obviously, they last a lot longer. Okay, so this is a tough market. I can already tell Atlanta finding a bigger truck is going to be hard. So what I might do then is let's do an F350 and see if just changing to Ford can get me something else. I know all those people who hate Ford are going to say whatever, but in this case, I'm just trying to find a truck that can pull. All right. Ooh, look at this little fella. This isn't going to be no 4-wheel drive, but I like this. $9,000. Oh, they're smart. Look at them putting the blue book price on here. Yeah, I like this deal. 2012. It's not going to be 4-wheel drive, but it's going to have an engine to do some pulling on it. Okay, yeah, I see you. 172,000 miles. Gonna get a good solid 5 years out of this without any issues if I take good care of it. An F350. It's only 2-wheel drive. I don't like that on my bigger trucks. When I'm pulling weight, like this is not going to be pulling anything crazy heavy because it's just not built for it, right? But again, it's $9,000, and I could probably get it for $8,000. It has a Carfax on it, so you're getting a clean truck. A work truck here. Let's see what this thing is pulling in. Ooh, look at this. Here's your work truck. Again, not a 4-wheel drive, but you got a box on the back. Like literally, if you bought a box like this brand new, you're looking at $10,000 just for the box. Just for the box, you're paying 10 grand, let alone for the truck. Only 104,000 miles. I love it. This will last you 10 years, no problem. Even if you have to change out suspension or whatever on this back axle, and you got 30 days on the market, you could easily get this for $7,500. all day. I like it. So anyways, I can do this all day long. It's not, I have a pretty simplistic way of looking at trucks. I know for some of you, you're very dedicated to certain, loyal to certain brands for certain reasons because of the engines and things like that. I don't even know that stuff. And so I can't even filter out by, oh, it has to be this brand or this size of engine. Like, I don't even know those things. However, like I said, using some common sense and price ranges, you can really determine, okay, like if I bought this truck for $8,000 and something bad went out on it, like the transmission blew out at 140,000 miles, I could put a brand new transmission in it, spend $5,000 more, and get another 5 years out of it. So yeah, like this is kind of how I look for trucks, and I promise you can look in your market, and if you're like, well, there's nothing in Atlanta, well, guess what? You can go out to, I don't know, Chatsworth, drive a couple hours, and spend, even if you have to drive 3 or 4 or 5 hours to get a truck that you're going to save $5,000 on, like, make a weekend out of it. It's a lot of fun. So anyways, hope that was educational, helpful, kind of just seeing how I quickly scan through trucks and try to look at them. These are all those random places, and I guarantee you within several hours of you, if you drive a little bit, you can get into a market where there's a lot of trucks and a little bit more a variety. Like in my market, Bellingham, it only has like 80,000 people living there. So yes, I need to travel usually an hour and a half or so, 2 hours to Seattle area to get a wider selection. So just do it. Don't spend $70,000 on a new truck. Buy it used. Buy a good used vehicle, and it'll last you, and you'll make money. Anyways, thanks so much, everyone. I'm Mike Andes, landscapebusinesscourse.com. We'll see you next time.